Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be installing Bavsound Ghost subwoofers that sit under the seat in Matt's E60. Hopefully this brings some improved bass and tightens up the bass. We will also be installing the speakers in another video, so make sure you check that video out if you have not seen it already. I'm gonna go over what the subs look like and then we'll install them. So here's the kit. You get two subs, two Ghost subs, one for the driver's side, one for the passenger. Here's a look at their subwoofer. They look super nice. Let's take a look at the back. Super nice looking subwoofer, even though you won't be able to see it. So the best analogy that Bavsound gives for these subwoofers is the factory Harman Kardon ones are like a 200 horsepower Camry, while the Bavsound ones are like a 200 horsepower Lotus. So you can just see the efficiency of the new speakers. They're much more efficient and they should sound so much better, tighten up the bass without using an additional amplifier, using the factory amplifier. So we have two of these. One thing to note is Bavsound says there's around a 12-hour break-in period on these subwoofers before they will have their true sounds. It's incredibly important to go through this break-in period to make sure they sound their best. One thing to note, extremely important, make sure you disconnect your airbag. We'll show you when to disconnect your airbag because you do need to loosen some bolts on the seats and then disconnect it, just because you still need power to move the seats. So we will show you that now. So Matt is now going to uninstall these bottom little pieces that sit, you can see right down there, they sit over where the actual screws are, so you have to pull them off to undo the screws.
You still recording? Mm-hmm. So these are a pain to get out because there are two clips on this side that's closer to the inside of the seat, and you have to kind of push up on this and not break it. But to get the rest of it out, this piece has to just be pushed up. You can pull up on it a little bit, and then that like frees up this whole side. The hardest part is this, and you just kind of lift up on it and you should be able to get it.
And there's also one on the other side of the seat that you have to remove too. Same process.
So this is the one on the other side, and this one's a lot easier. That tab in the middle that pops up on this side is the same on the inside seat. And you just pull this up and then it all just comes out.
Alright, we are now going to remove the two seat bolts. There's one on each side. There's one here and there's one on the other side too that you can't see. But to give yourself more room, I back the seat out all the way. And that just gives you a little more room. And like I said, they're two T50s. This will now expose the two T50. There's two for the back seat as well. Nothing's holding, there's no caps over them. Just push the seat all the way forward and you should see them. Now once those two back bolts are out, and you rock the seat forward a little, and you can see that it's loose. Now we're going to back the seat up all the way. And then we can just lift the seat up. You may have to rock it still a little bit. The seat is now up and giving you access to, there's a couple Phillips. It looks like there is 4 Phillips you have to undo for this little tray right here. And this is a perfect time to vacuum your car. So I'm going to undo these 4 Phillips bolts to reveal the sub. One thing to note, I ended up using a Phillips head on a ratchet. It made it a lot easier. And then this plate just comes out like that. Very good time to vacuum or clean your car. So now you're going to have to remove these 4, they look like T20, I'll double check what the size is. These 4 T20 silver screws that hold the sub in place. Don't be afraid to move the seat. You can see right now that the seat's been moved a little bit just for me to get in. I really just didn't have any room for the screwdriver, so I had to move the seat. But there's 4 of them, and that's what holds the subwoofer in. I'm using a combination of a ratchet and a Torx bit on a screwdriver, and the size is a T20. Yes, so T20. So there's 4 of them. I'm going to remove them now. So once you get the 4 screws out, just pry a screwdriver right between where the sub ends, and that will allow some movement because it is pretty sealed in there pretty well. And then the sub pulls out just a little bit, revealing a connector, which is kind of a pain in the ass to undo. I'll get you guys a better look, but basically, yeah, I'll get you guys a better look, and unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to show you off camera. It was just such a pain to actually take out, but I'll give you a close look at it now. Unfortunately, due to the cable being so short for the plug, that is the cable right down there, as you can see. Right down there, and there is, just like any connector, you push, there's a little tab to push in on it, and it allows it to release. It is very tight. I'm gonna remove that, and then we will install the new speaker. I stuck a stubby screwdriver into the pin, and then the subwoofer lifts right out. And here's the old subwoofer. You're now going to take the new subwoofer and install it. Make sure you have the connection firmly in there. Subwoofer is seated in all the way. Now we can put back the 4 T20 screws. You're now going to take this shield that prevents stuff from getting in, just this grill. We're going to put it back on and tighten up the Phillips head screws. So now we're going to tighten up the 2 back bolts. Just move the seat all the way forward. You may need the key if the car has been off for a while. So here is a before clip of the stock speakers in the E60. It has the Harman Kardon sound system. So here is a before clip. So here is a sound clip after we installed the Bavsound Ghost subwoofers.
So a quick review of the Bavsound Ghost subs. The bass is a lot louder, it's deeper, and definitely punchier, and it's a little bit tighter too. I actually had to turn down the settings a little bit, and you can just hear the bass a lot better. I do like my bass, so this is a great up.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video of us installing Bavsound's Ghost speakers in Matt's E60. The sound difference is night and day. Definitely more tighter bass, more responsive. Make sure you let those speakers break in for a minimum of 12 hours. It's very important. It definitely helps make the sub hit harder. Also, if you guys would like to buy these Ghost subs, check the link down in the description. Don't forget to like this video if you like what we're doing here. Hit that sub button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.